The No Kings protest at Turner Park in Omaha, Nebraska, served as a perfect microcosm of a larger deception sweeping the nation. Billed as a movement against authoritarianism, its demands, mission, and goals reveal a singular truth. This was never about no kings. America has no kings. We defeated England in 1776 precisely to eradicate monarchy and establish a republic of the people. Yet the protesters, alongside the foreigners, undocumented individuals, and illegals they champion, operate under a blatant contradiction. They claim white people are kings, ruling oppressively over America, while simultaneously demanding no kings. Out of the corner of their mouths, or deep in their intentions, they reveal the real agenda. They want brown kings if Latino, black kings if African, to rule over white people and seize control of America. This makes the No Kings protest nothing more than a No White Kings protest, a calculated rebranding to mask the drive for minority kingship, where whites become subjects or slaves under new overlords. All their platitudes about democracy, equality, and justice are nonsense, mere lies to push the true mission. Taking over America from within, stealing everything from white people, enriching themselves, and establishing rule over white America. Examine the demands and mission of No Kings, and the anti-white core emerges crystal clear. Organizers call for ending deportations, granting amnesty to all undocumented individuals, expanding sanctuary policies, and funneling billions in social services to immigrants and illegals. Their goals include open borders, voting rights for non-citizens, and cultural overhaul to prioritize minority narratives over American heritage. In Omaha, these translated to mutual aid tables stocked for deportation-impacted families, booths signing up supporters for migrant charities, and speakers demanding white America yield jobs, housing, and political power. The mission statement on Mobilize.us speaks of people power over kings, but the subtext screams anti-white America. Dismantle white majority institutions, redistribute white wealth, and elevate brown and black leadership. It's anti-America at its root, attacking the republic white Americans built, cloaked as progress. Nebraska, with its 78% white population per U.S. Census data, saw this play out locally. White protesters cheering Latino speakers declare, "We're here to stay," oblivious that this means displacing white Nebraskans from their own communities. Here in Nebraska, particularly Omaha, the illegals, mostly Latinos and Hispanics from South America, aren't here to contribute, fit in, or become American. They want to take what white people have built: jobs, homes, schools, and governance. They aim to become kings of this land, ruling over white subjects who once held sovereignty. The stupid white people in Nebraska, just like fools nationwide, participate in their own erasure through these No Kings protests. If they looked beyond surface platitudes, they'd see invasion tactics orchestrated by Latinos, Africans, and other minorities, colluding with communist organizations in America. These groups push subversive agendas, flooding communities with cheap labor to undercut white wages, rigging elections through non-citizen votes, and eroding white cultural dominance. In Omaha, white attendees waved signs welcoming this takeover, applauding speakers who openly stated intentions to build our communities on white foundations. The white fools clapped, blind to the reality that their grandchildren face subjugation under brown and black kings. This No White Kings agenda thrives through globalist collaboration, far beyond local protests. Financial elites, intertwined corporate investment firms, and global networks orchestrate events like No Kings to advance domination. They fund the signage, buses, and media amplification, selling it as No Trump or No Authoritarianism to lure stupid white people. The real goals are globalist: dissolve borders, consolidate power under minority-led regimes, and enrich elites through cheap immigrant labor. Communist tactics, organizing street theater, emotional manipulation, charity scams, blend seamlessly with minority invasion strategies. In Nebraska, Latinos coordinate with these networks, using No Kings as cover to embed deeper. Claiming jobs white Nebraskans need, accessing welfare white taxpayers fund, and voting to flip local control. Africans and Muslims follow suit, demanding accommodations that strain white communities. The white participants, mostly fools from Omaha's suburbs, buy the lie hook, line, and sinker, thinking they're fighting Trump while enabling their replacement. The deception lies in the platitudes masking takeover. No Kings chants democracy for all, but delivers brown kings ruling white slaves. Demands for immigrant rights mean stealing white jobs, entry-level positions vanishing as Latinos flood Omaha's meatpacking plants and construction sites. calls for sanctuary cities protect undocumented kings in waiting, shielding them from accountability, while white taxpayers foot $451 billion nationwide. Heritage Foundation. Goals of cultural unity, erase white heritage, replacing Nebraska's pioneer history with minority narratives in schools and public spaces. Mission statements decry white supremacy, code for no white kings, positioning Latinos and Africans as rightful rulers. White fools applaud, deluded that supporting invaders brings multicultural utopia, an impossible fantasy where borders vanish and equality reigns. In reality, it's subjugation, brown and black elites lording over white underclass, stealing wealth built by generations. Nebraska exemplifies this anti-white America plot. Omaha's white majority watches Latinos claim neighborhoods, schools overburdened by undocumented children, hospitals strained by fake refugees. Illegals don't assimilate, they conquer, driving white flight, diluting votes, and imposing kingship. The No Kings protest became their recruitment fair. White fools signing petitions that fast-track amnesty, donating to scams funding invasion buses. Speakers outlined the takeover. We're building our future here, meaning white futures dismantled. White attendees, from boomers to young families, nodded along, their stupidity enabling the very kings they claim to oppose. Global financial institutions bankroll this. Investment firms profiting from cheap labor, elites consolidating power through divided America. Communist organizations provide tactics. Street protests as Trojan horses, emotional appeals to white guilt. The white fool's participation reveals total gullibility. They think protesting Trump fights oppression, ignoring his flaws pale against this existential threat. Nebraska whites, rooted in self-reliance, now subsidize their erasure, cheering illegals who laugh at the spectacle. The mission succeeds because stupid white people buy the lie. No kings means no white kings replaced by brown and black monarchs. Goals of amnesty, open borders, and wealth transfer enrich invaders, impoverish whites. Demands for justice code for subjugation. Whites as subjects to minority rule. In Omaha, this played out block by block. White crowds celebrating as Latinos circle, plotting ascension. Ultimately, No Kings is a no white kings fraud, a communist globalist ploy using minority invasion to dethrone white America. Nebraska's white fools, manipulated by elites, march toward slavery under brown kings. Their platitudes, democracy, compassion, unity, are lies veiling takeover. As global networks tighten grip, white Nebraskans must reject the deception, dismantle the protests, and reclaim sovereignty before brown and black kings crown themselves atop white ruins. The mission is clear: expose the no white kings agenda, end the self-erasure, and restore white America.